Yo, Seemlytuber back at it again with another video. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about Joe Rogan's podcast. We're gonna be talking about the backlash that he is getting and the remedy that Spotify apparently has decided to put in because um they um they can't handle the heat that's coming from their customers and stuff. So Joe Rogan had on a guest, and the guest is like in the medical field, and the guest is like prominent and is like accredited for like mRNA vaccines and stuff, and like credited for like creating them. So he knows what he's talking about. He's a professional in the field, but the far leftists don't like that he has a difference in opinion. He has an opinion that does not cater to the mainstream narrative. And so when you don't cater to the mainstream narrative and you start agreeing with the other side, or you start speaking on a neutral ground of things, um, they pretty much try to get you removed and stuff. They try to say that you're lying, that you're not speaking facts. So that's what they do. They try to get the show, like the episode, removed or whatever. They're telling Spotify that he's spreading misinformation. But Joe Rogan is just a guy that's doing a podcast and they're having conversations. Joe Rogan is not a doctor or anything. He shouldn't have to say that he's not a doctor. He shouldn't have to come out and make statements after Spotify decides they're going to put COVID information warnings on episodes that pertain to COVID. They're gonna put misinformation warnings or something or whatever. Like they they shouldn't have bent the knee to them in the first place, and Joe shouldn't have bent the knee to them because it feels like you give them an inch and then they're gonna want to take a mile. Giving them an inch is never going to it's never gonna end at that. I'll be surprised if they let this go just from an apology and Spotify putting warnings on there. But that's besides the point, really. I guess. But what my take on this is like we've gotten to a point where you can't speak your mind, and we've gotten to a point where so many people have started to believe that like communism is the right way to do things. We really have people out here talking about I was someone I was watching a video. I was watching a Tim Pool video at work, and I was minding my business. Somebody came up, sat down beside me, and I was eating my lunch, and someone came up, sat down beside me, and proceeded to say, "Did you hear about that the Canada protest?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, they up there protesting with Confederate flags, not Nazi flags." I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" I was like, "They're not that never happened." Like you have people that believe anything they're told. Like you have people that are so like brainwashed into society, and it's crazy. These people, their parents aren't like this. Their parents are like Republicans and stuff. Like it's really the college system is really like tainting kids. It's like a brainwashing system. That along with the entirety of the school education system is pretty much brainwashing at this point because you can see like people will go to college and then they'll come back like a totally different person. They won't have the same ideals. They'll might come back with half shaved head, might come back with anxiety, depression. Um, and so to finish off this little story and get back to the main point, um, so I'm like, bro, I'm like they're protesting because everyone should have the right to go in a grocery store and get whatever they want without having to be escorted around and with by a by an officer, by a warden. You got to be escorted around the store, and if you branch out from just grabbing something that's not groceries. If you get something that's not groceries, you're getting kicked out of the store and you can't even enter. No one should have to face that when they're going in the store to do grocery shopping. No one should have to face things like that. You should be able to go to a Walmart, shop for your groceries, and grab some batteries or something, or a charger cable if you want. You shouldn't have to be escorted around the store just to get your groceries and nothing else because you don't want to get a vaccine. You don't want to adhere to a vaccine mandate that's being canceled around the world. Like United States and Canada are like one of the two countries that are still holding firm to a vaccine mandate, even though the US's vaccine mandate got shot down in the court system. You still have companies trying to still force it on people, and there's no federal regulations on this. They're still trying to trick people into continuing to get it. And so he just stopped talking. Like he just shut down. Because when you're speaking facts to these people, they can't wrap their head around knowledgeable information. They can't wrap their head around logic. So they resort to shutting down or just smearing you at that point. And that goes to say, this gets back to the point. So even if he apologizes, they're still going to keep coming after him. They don't want him to have guests on like that. They don't want to hear factual information. They want to hear what the government tells them to. And you know what that sounds like? A whole lot of communism. And I didn't think we'd be getting to that point in America, but like I guess so. Like people really out here believing the government is all for us when they're raising the rates up and they're about to crash the entirety of the stock market, the housing market, and everything because they're raising the rates up 3 times this year. That's literally going to crash the market. But if they would have done this sooner, we could have avoided a situation like this. And they're saying this wasn't going to happen. We all knew, everybody that knows anything about finances knew this was going to happen. But that's all I really got to talk about this one. Man, stop bending the knee. If people don't like what you say, and especially if you come out and make statements like "I got fu money," yeah, don't be out here bending the knee to people when they come breathing down your neck. It kind of seems like you really gave up on the fact. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. I'm gonna see y'all on another one. Seemlytuber out. Peace.